everyone, welcome to the first ever CSD News. I'm Julia Conlon and this is my co-anchor, Zach McAfee.
Before we start the newscast, we have a few announcements. First, on October 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30, there will be dance team auditions in the middle school dance studio.
If you haven't already heard, October is Adopt a Dog Month. If you've been looking for a furry best friend, we encourage that you adopt from a local animal shelter.
The Key Club meets for lunch in the 9th grade English room on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month to discuss volunteer opportunities in our community.
Key Club is a community service group and open to everyone. If you have any questions, contact Mrs. Bragg, the Key Club sponsor. Next,
there is a wide variety of sports here at CSD. Here's a look at our upcoming games. For our first story today, we take you to Charlie and Tay about this year's bell change.
When school started in August, CSD students were unaware to the new bell schedule. Instead of 5 minutes between classes, students now have 3 minutes to get to class. We asked Ms. Smith why these changes were made.
So that we can fit in more classes during the day and give you guys the jump start time that you had asked for. We just wanted to give you guys as much opportunity to take those classes that you're really interested in as possible, and so by adding an extra period, you could have another elective thrown in, so you have time for those learning labs or those MyPath classes and don't have to give up another elective to fit in that time you need maybe to get some energy out or to have some focused study time here at school.
We also asked some students what they thought of the new bell schedule.
I think the bell schedule at the beginning of the year was terrible. I couldn't get class to class. Now I think I can still get to the class in time sometimes, not normally after jump start. However, I do find it hard to relieve myself during the class changes.
I found it short at the beginning of the year, and yet I still find it short. I found, especially on Fridays, going from chemistry to seminar is impossible because you have to run the whole school, and we can't go outside. If we could go outside, it'd be a whole lot easier. But
I guess it's not much of a difference to me because I don't socialize with anyone during the 5-minute transition last year. I just walked to my next class.
I'm running to class because I'm late.
This is Tay for CSDN News.
Thanks, Tay.
CSD has been around for many years. Now we take you to William and George as they interview teachers about what it's like to work at CSD.
What is it really like to work at CSD? We decided to interview some of our teachers to figure out what it's like.
I really liked the idea of being able to focus on students and being able to focus on teaching without having to worry so much about paperwork and all the other stuff that goes along with teaching sometimes. The school model that I see, the freedom that students have to move around, to work in the hallway, to do things differently that wouldn't necessarily work at some other schools.
It seems to be really student-focused and student-centered. Other schools where I've been or I've had other colleagues work in, they seem more about the teachers' needs and the school system, and not really bringing it back to, well, how does this impact kids with every decision? And so I felt like CSD really did that, and that's what I want to be about as a counselor and as someone who works with students, so it was a good fit for me.
Thank you for watching the first CSDN newscast. Thank you, and goodbye.